What's happening, people? You are through to the Fight Week show, and your host Ola bringing this week's presser for the pay-per-view for UFC 272 coming up this weekend. It's a media scrum plus presser that's gone on between Colby and Jorge, and a few other guys, a few other people on the card. So yeah, let's let's get into it. Let's get into it. Um, there's a lot of back and forth, when you look at the whole build up. Them being best friends and Kobe, Kobe coming from college and you know living with Masvidal, sleeping on Masvidal's couch, as Kobe said, Masvidal's wife's couch. But it's still look, they're nitpicking here because it's still Masvidal, regardless of how you look at it. It's still Masvidal. And it's Masvidal that's offering the help. So it's Masvidal's house, it's Masvidal's couch, you know. And check this out: the way Colby has been going at Masvidal throughout this whole build up, to me, it's customary. It's customary Colby, you know, crossing every single line. When they say there's a line, don't cross it. Kobe does headstands over them line. He don't just cross the line. He does headstands, back flips, front flips. You know what I mean? Moonwalk, front walk, running man, any kind of move you can think he's doing over that line. And he's done the same thing here with Masvidal. And you know, the whole thing with Dan Lambert being involved, kicking both of them out of the gym, Masvidal, going back to the gym and being allowed back in. Apparently, Colby was invited back to the gym, and he said he didn't want no part of coming back to the gym. So it's been kind of frosty, shall I say, at the best of times between the between the two guys and the people that's backing them as well. Um, Look, I'm stoked, like super stoked about this fight. Like really, I'm so looking forward to it because one, eh, Kobe is somebody that I want to anyways, regardless of the craziness and the antics and all of that he brings. Um, we know it's for show. We know it's a facade. He's even admitted to himself he has to put on this character and stay with this character. You know, so we know what it is, and I kind of like that about. That's kind of what's drawn me to him because he's put it out there and said, "Listen, you know, um, I'm this is me. You know what I mean? I'm putting on the show for you. Like, I'm putting on the character, and when the camera's in there, I just do what I'm doing, and you get to like that about Colby. You get to like that about Colby, and the thing here with Jorge, his side of the story now is Colby not earning so much for so long, had hand injuries, couldn't pay the bills. He was eating food, living for free, all that stuff, living for free, all that stuff. You know what I mean? Um, it got to the point where they started showing mercy. They started showing a little bit of mercy on Kobe, right? So the moment Kobe earns money, according to Jorge, Kobe don't want to pay Dan Lambert. Don't want to pay him, and it's causing chaos in the gym, right? So this is the type of things that it causes disruption in it, especially champion level guys that they go in the gym. People like Amanda Nunes, people like Joanna Jędrzejczyk. You know what I mean? Like championship material fighters, championship echelon fighters that they got in the gym there, and Kobe just want to come in there and cause drama. And this is what, according to them, what I mean, 'cause obviously I'm not there to see what's going on, so I've gone from one side of the story to the other side now, with Jorge and what Jorge is putting out there. And look, These two want to smash the fuck out of each other. And the most interesting part of the presser that really got me is how both of them are saying they aren't prepared to squash it. Neither of them are prepared to squash it after the fight. After the fight, wherever they see each other is still on site. This is crazy. Can we get a rematch? Can we get a trilogy? Can we get a quadruple? You know what I mean? This could carry on going on and on the way that they're going. Say salute. Salute to you lot. So, you know, we don't know. And on top of that, and when I say championship level material, championship level fighters, we got Dustin up in there as well, Dustin Poirier, and Colby's after him. And he's saying when he's done with Jorge, he wants a bit of Dustin. You know what I mean? Bro, how is Colby trying to show respect to all his wife, but wants to disrespect Dustin's wife? I don't get it. Because now he's saying that Connor is smashing Dustin's wife. We know that's not true. It's all noise. It's all noise, as Dustin would say. It's all noise. You know what I mean? Um, but to come out crossing them lines, you know what I mean? I just think is a little bit uncalled for Kobe to be going at people's wives like that. You know what I mean? Like I don't know what's going on with him. He clearly ain't got no wife, so it's probably why he ain't showing respect to other people's wives and shit. You know, but that's Kobe for you. That's Kobe for you. You know what I mean? That's the persona that we're paying for. And having said all of that, I still think it's going to be a good show. And look, so Kobe has already said he wants to play with Justin, and Dustin. I don't know if Dustin Poirier is gonna come up to 170 just to fight him. You know what I mean? Probably gonna be looking for a tune-up fight before he fights. He goes around fighting somebody like Kobe at his own normal weight class, and you know what I mean? Like that's just Kobe trying to draw a man out. Kobe's just trying to draw him out, you know. And then look, Kobe's just shooting his shot wherever he can. He's just spraying it. It's like a Uzi. He's just spraying it wherever catches a bullet, catches a bullet. From Dustin, he hopped onto easy. It's like, yeah, from when I'm done with Dustin at 170, I'm gonna go up to 185 and I'm gonna go and take easy strap. Just like that. And Dana crushed that shit straight away. Now, whoa, hold on. Well, you can't even beat the champion at 170. You couldn't beat Usman twice, and you want to put Easy's name in your mouth. Like Dana crushed that straight away. This was his word. Like what? You couldn't beat Usman twice, and you want to go up to 185 and just go and fight Easy for that? Like, come on, bro. What world are you living in? You know what I mean? Go and fight a couple man in there. You know what I mean? Go fight Whitaker. Go fight. You know what I mean? Cannonier. There a couple other mans in there. You know what I mean? See how you get on with those guys. Then maybe it's something that they'll consider. But like just talking about just going to 185, calling out Easy, and just think, yeah, you're gonna get a title shot at 185 just like that. Like, bro, you know what I mean? You don't what you don't you really it really doesn't work like that. Doesn't work like that. Let's go on to some of the other current events that's been swirling the interweb the last few days. We got Cain Velasquez. Uh, Everybody knows about Cain Velasquez. You know what I mean? Very well respected um, fighter on the roster of the UFC, at least an ex-fighter on the UFC. Um, and a well respected member of the AKA gym. You know what I mean? Very, very close friend of Daniel Cormier. And it turns out that some guy been molesting his daughter, went to court, got released on bail. The guy got out anyway. This is in California, by the way. The guy got released. Cain Velasquez heard about it, is en route, looks on the other side of the highway, and he sees the man sitting in the back of the car. So he pulls out he pulls out the blicky and start letting off right across the highway. Like, how do you pull? Who done that? Who look? This is not even trying to knock or think that I know what Ken Velasquez might be feeling in that moment for him to do that, because I got to prefix it by saying anybody that goes through some shit like that, where their daughter has been molested at such a young age, and that guy gets off on bail, you want to go and turn their lights out. But I wouldn't do it on no motorway where there's whole heap of people following. You know what I mean? Do a stakeout. Like do what you got. Do what you do. Do a stakeout. Catch that man in the alley and fuck him up. You know, there's so many ways that King could have gone around this. But at the end of the day, who am I to say how another man should deal with a situation that's involving, his young daughter, in a situation where, the young daughter has been molested as well. So Kane did it how Kane saw fit to do it. And he's prepared to to um to do the time. He's prepared to do the time. And I respect Kane so much for what he's done in the sport. He's in county jail in California right now. I saw a picture of him earlier on, all cuffed up in the attire of the county jail in California. And yeah, it's so sad. It's so sad. And the worst thing is, Kane actually shot the wrong guy. He shot the wrong guy. You know what I mean? They shot the guy that was the perp was sitting in the back of a car, and the guy that actually caught the bullet was the guy that was in the front of the car. So it was totally the wrong guy. So you know, at the very worst, something we call GBH over here. I don't even think GBH is cutting it. We're looking at attempted murder here. You know what I mean? Like, 'cause he really tried to off that guy, and a lot of window got caught, the doors got caught, like it was spraying. So I don't know how favorable the judge is going to look at him in light of what got him there in the first place. Because if they look at what got him there in the first place, surely they got to look at um surely they got to look at so at least circumstantial situation of why he actually why he actually went and did that in the first place. So yeah, man, big up Craig Muller. Salute to you, my boy. Salute to Love Muscle as well. We got Love Muscle in the house. Yeah, man. Big up to you guys. Thank you for joining us. And if you're watching on playback as well, please hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button. Show some love to the channel. We're growing, and without your help, without your support, we can't do that. On to the next topic I got on here on my notes. We got Islam calling out RDA. I wanted to, he wanted the fight at 170. Wanted the fight at 170, right? RDA, for some reason, that fight is not going ahead. Moicano stepped in, and everybody, I've seen the outrage on the internet. I've seen it. Everybody's going mad that why is the fight between RDA and Islam not going on? Why have we got Renato Moicano? Why do we have a cat? You know what I mean? Why? Um, 1 minute. You know what? I'm going to answer that question right now before it flies out of my head. Ola, what is the best UFC fight you've ever seen, bro? I'm gonna tell you right now, Zhang Weili and Joanna Jędrzejczyk. If you haven't seen that fight, please go back and watch it. Go back and watch it. Zhang Weili versus Joanna Jędrzejczyk, and it's fight happened a couple years ago, so it's quite recent. There's some other really good fights that's there. Easy versus Kelvin Gastelum. When the interim title was up for grabs. So Easy Kelvin Gastelum was a fantastic fight. I think that was all 4 or 5 years ago, right? Yeah, which other fight is there? Easy Kelvin Gastelum, Joanna. Joanna Jonjicek, Zhang Weili. Which one did you say, Mish? Rose versus who? Huh? All right. Yeah. I'm a Mrs. just chiming in saying Rose versus Zhang Weili as well. So Zhang Weili, as you can tell, gets involved in these very, very good fights. You know what I mean? So that's a really good one. Rose versus Zhang Weili. But the one that really, you know what I mean, that them two nearly killed each other. Um, oh, yeah. Jones, look at John Jones fan just turning up. Iffy boy, Brandon, man. I just thought of Jones versus Alex Ghost. That's a bloody good fight. The first one, the first that's the one you're on about, isn't it? The first one, yeah, that was a really good fight, man. And I thought, no, I'm not. I thought maybe Gustafsson might have nicked it, but look, Jones won that fight. I'm not even gonna play. Jones won that fight, man. You know what I mean? And that's another fight. So there's been a lot of good fights over the years. You know what I mean? I watched so many fights. It's so hard to bring back some of these memories, man. So which one's yours, Craig? Which one's yours? And which one's yours, Brandon? Yeah, put it in the comments and then I'll put it on the screen. So Islam calls her RDA. RDA is trying to make her like Islam was just bluffing. You know what I mean? He didn't really want the fight with him. So I don't know what's going on with that. But Renato Moicano is the one that's been booked for the fight on the weekend. I'm really, really looking forward to this card. Everybody, keep your eyes peeled for the watch along for the main card of this fight. I'm going to be doing the main card watch along for UFC 272. Come and join me, and we're going to enjoy the fight together, man. You know what I mean? It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one. Chimaev versus Burns Durinho, Gilbert Burns. Durinho is now targeted for the 9th of April next month. And yeah, I mean, those guys, back and forth, there's been a lot of negotiations going on. At first, I thought it was some visa issues that was stopping Chimaev from getting into the country. Balls, you know what I mean? We don't know why he's taking this long because Burns has put his arms up for a long time, saying, "Look, I'll fight this guy. I want to shut down this hype train," you know. So it's one that I'm really, really happy about, and I want to see that fight. I want to see, and you know what? If Chimaev wins, I think it could be fighting the winner of Leon Edwards and Usman next. I really, really think so. I really think so. Um, but Burns need to. It needs to put on. It needs to put on for the division now. This is where you need Burns to put on for the division. You know, is he going to put on for the division? Only time will tell. Connor says is open to fighting Paddy Pimlet. Paddy the body, yeah, Paddy the body, right? Connor says he's open to fighting him, and Paddy's been calling out Connor for a long time. You know, I used to watch Paddy before he came onto the UFC, saying, "Yeah, he'll fight Connor." You know what I mean? He put the weight on and go fight Connor. You know what I mean? 155, 170, wherever he wants it. You know what I mean? He wants that smoke with Connor, and yeah, that's Paddy is an exciting fighter, man. You know what I mean? The only thing that I get worried about is how high he hangs his chin. You can't go around hanging your chin that high against a sniper like Connor, man. Connor finds that chin, it's night night. It's over. It's done. You know what I mean? But we don't know what sort of Connor uh Paddy could be getting. So it might be something if Paddy does well in UFC London, which me and my missus are going to. We're both going to that fight. Um, it's gonna if he gets through that one, who knows? It might end up being a nice tune-up fight for Connor to come back. And see where and see where it takes him. Yeah, if Paddy don't mind being that tune-up fight, yeah, why not? Brandon got comment here. He says Chimaev will take Usman out. Sorry, that's why you want Burns to come out the winner. Yeah, dickhead, fam. Yeah. And I know you thought about this before. Hey, listen, right? I don't know. I've not seen Chimaev fight a proper top 10 man in the division, let alone a top 5 guy. Because the more you go up in the rankings, the more you see the levels change. Yeah, go look at some of the prospects. Once they start facing people in the top 10, it's a whole different thing. Go look at Johnny Walker. Look what happened to Johnny Walker the other day. Yeah, go look at Johnny Walker. Go look at Edmund Shabazian. Edmund Shabazian is another one on the hype train. Ronda Rousey prodigy, all of that. You know what I mean? They were giving it. They done the big bollocks on Edmund Shabazian, and once you start facing the top echelon guys, people like Bronson, that's like, top 5 guys, they just ragdoll, man. Them man, they're different levels. It's different levels with them, man. You know, different levels. Um, but didn't we say the same about Reyes? Yeah, but did Reyes win? Oh, I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing here, man. I know what you're doing, man. You try to draw me out. Did Reyes win? In the eyes of the judges on the night, Reyes didn't win. The eyes of the fans, that's irrelevant to the scoring. Reyes might have won, right? So in the history books, go and look at it. Reyes did not win on that night. So I don't know. Look, it's possible. It's possible. Look, this is mixed martial arts, man. Anything's possible. Anything's possible. You know. But it's gonna be. It's not easy. It's not a cakewalk. It's not a cakewalk for Chimaev to just go on and and just put people away in the 170 division. It's not a cakewalk, man. I don't believe it is. You know what I mean? It might come out and prove everybody wrong. I don't know. Man says finally you admit what we all know. Yeah, I mean, look, it is what it is. It is what it is. Ola, what is the UFC fight you want to see next and why? Um, oh, very good question. Very good question. The next UFC fight I want to see. I want to see Islam and Charles Oliveira. Islam Makachev and Charles Oliveira. Um, it's just the amount of win streaks, both of them, and this is the why. The amount of win streaks that both of them put together to get to a title fight. Charles Oliveira was like on a 9-10 fight win streak, and he put away Tony Ferguson. Then fought Michael Chandler for the title. So you know, I would love to see that because both guys has been so busy. I like busy guys. You know what I mean? I see Brandon here saying, "Give me Jones and Stipe." When's the last time these two's been in the octagon, fam? You know what I mean? Like I'm not eager to see that. When they get themselves around to it and they really want to, them two really want to fight, then yeah, I'll give them my time. You know what I mean? But right now, I'm dealing with people that are fighting in the octagon week in, week out. They're looking for a next quick turnaround. They're calling people out. You know what I mean? And they about calling people out and acting on it. It's not about it's not one of those where you just call man out and nothing. You know what I mean? So all we hear is crickets, right? You call people out and you're about it. That's what I want to see. You know what I mean? And Islam is about it. So's Do Bronx. Do Bronx is about that life as well. And I want to see Do Bronx and Islam Makachev, get at it. You know what I mean? So that's a fight that I'm definitely would love to see next. But it's not going to happen next uh, because Do Bronx already has he has an opponent in Justin Gaethje. So once that fight's done, then yeah, I wouldn't mind watching that fight. Um, I wouldn't mind watching that fight next. And I would like the other fight I would like to see is Amanda Nunes versus Pena too. Now I want to see that fight yesterday. That's how much I want to see that fight. You know what I mean? So I like to see Amanda Nunes and Pena too because I just want to take the fluky side of what happened in the first fight out of it. If Pena does it again, even if she doesn't win, but she hangs in there with Amanda, she's gonna get all the flowers, all the deals from me, all of it. She's gonna get all the deals from me. So even if she hangs in there, you know what I mean, and don't win, I will still. I'm gonna show her so much respect. But I just want to make sure that first fight there wasn't a fluke like that. You know what I mean? Um, and Brandon says that the whole point of Francis hiding in bunkers. Come on, fam. You seriously, you can't say that with a straight face. I see you laughing there about Francis is hiding. Francis don't hide for no one. You know what I mean? Francis came with no knees, and dropped Cyril Gun on his head. You know what I mean? Picked him up and dashed him on his head. Took him for a ride, bro. You know what I mean? With no knees. So please don't tell me Francis is hiding, man. Francis don't hide from no man. No man. You know what I mean? So Francis is just that kind of guy, man. He don't hide from nobody. Salute. Um and onto the very last point that I got on my notes here. We got Joe Rogan coming back on the broadcast. I'm happy to be having him back, man. You know what I mean? Like he's been away for a minute. Obviously, he had that little kofofo with using the N word in in a in a way to describe other situations. Not really, you know what I mean? He weren't calling people that, but people still frown upon it, and I understand it. I understand it. He got no right. He's wrong for that. You know what I mean? He's wrong for using it. But then he's come out and apologized. We got people like Mike Perry saying it and then saying what? What you gonna do about it? If you fucking feel that way, come see me. That's what Mike Perry is saying. At least he's not moving like Mike Perry, and nobody's touched Mike Perry. You know what I mean? Nobody said nothing to Mike Perry. And Mike Perry's using it willy nilly, in a you know what I mean, in a fucked up way. But Joe's come out and he's put his hands up, said it fucked up, and we move on. We move on from it, and I for one would be happy to see him back on the broadcasting table for this pay-per-view fight between Colby and Masvidal. I got no beef. I got no beef with Joe Rogan, man. All them shows, the whole compilation that they did, I watched all them shows. I've been watching these guys for years. You know what I mean? I watch all them shows, and he ain't never, not once, you know what I mean, use that word to describe black people. He's just saying, why do people use that word? And then he says the word, you know what I mean? And that's the problem. It's a little bit distasteful, but at the same time, you know what I mean? I fuck with Joe Rogan heavy, man. I fuck with him heavy, and I'm happy to that he's back on the broadcast this weekend. So that's all, folks. And thank you for everybody that's joined me tonight. And if you're watching on playback, thank you very much as well. Salute to all of you. You lot have been fantastic. Ify boy, congratulations once again on your daughter arriving and joining the family. New addition to the family. You know what I mean? More expensive. Them expensive, man. You know what I mean? But congratulations to you and your missus. Yeah, keep your eyes peeled for the watch along on Saturday. Well, early hours of Sunday morning. It's going to be 3 o'clock our time, UK time, that I'm going to be going live for the watch along. So if you're watching on playback and you're watching live, please come and join us for that one. And me and William are going to be back here tomorrow doing our picks, selecting our performance of the night bonuses, fight of the night bonuses. It's going to be nice. Come join us tomorrow, 9 o'clock, and we'll see you there. Until then, hasta la vista. Salute.